Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery, and this little series of videos we're creating stems from all the questions that we get asked all the time via email, via messages, via comments, and it's covering, basically I'm calling it Gardening Explained. And it's covering all the common questions we get. Just to give you a bit of an insight, so often people are trawling through the internet and come across a term but not entirely sure what it means. So we just wanted to go over a few of the basic terms in gardening that you'll come across, just to tell you what they mean basically. So let's start with the first one, and it's deciduous. A deciduous plant is a plant that dies back, generally in the winter, not always, but generally in the winter, especially here in the UK. Now, what I've done is I've got some pots to show the stages they often go through, because a deciduous plant can be quite deceiving, and often we find people will throw them away. So you buy a plant off us or at a garden centre or something like this, looking like that, and then come the winter, it does this and just disappears. And a lot of people think, oh, plant's died, and chuck it away. It's not always the case. What you'll find is when the spring gets a bit nicer, the plant starts sprouting through. And it's the plant's natural reaction to the cold, and it helps protect the plant. So a deciduous plant is one that dies down underneath the ground and then springs back in the spring when the weather gets better. And often plants know better than we do. So you'll find some years they come through later, and you also get some plants that come through very, very late. So it's very easy to throw those plants away. So make sure when you buy a plant, you're aware that it does that. And then if a plant does die back and you haven't seen it come through in the spring, give it a chance. If the weather improves, it might start sprouting through. So if you've got any questions, as always, drop us a message. We're here to help. See you soon.